Let me get comfortable.
Are we actually looking at pet insurance? It's serious.
Pet insurance for sickness?
Yeah.
How much is it?
It's $25 a month now. Oh no, wait, save $25. It's $50.
Do you even have your own insurance?
Do we need it? We have Ontario Health. We're
no,
good,
girlfriend.
bro.
No, you're not.
Okay, but my
You're
animal,
27
taking them to
now.
the vet is just
It's
way
so
too much fucking
expensive.
money.
It is so
Like,
expensive.
a checkup, you spend $300.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
And then if you need any kind of medication or
Exactly.
anything, it's so expensive.
X-rays $600. Like, it's way,
$600?
yeah, it's a lot.
Wait, because why is it the same as a human X-ray?
Yeah, I
That's
know.
the same amount.
So I'm just like, maybe it'll make sense down the line. Like, if they do get sick or anything, it's like, you know,
You
just in
have the
case.
insurance.
Yeah, and you never know. I'm not paying like over $1,000 because that's crazy.
Oh, it's true. It's so much money. People let their pets
Mhm.
pass away because it's too
Literally,
much money.
it's too much money, and even that you have to pay $900
What?
for them to die. Put
Imagine you have
down.
to pay that much money and then you're sad as well. So it's like, I'm gonna pay the other money
Like,
to
okay,
keep my cat.
we're so sorry, but here you have to pay, like, you know.
Wow.
It's actually
They're
quite
so
evil, but
rude.
hey guys, welcome back
back.
to Cue the Commentary. Here we do Reddit Am I the Asshole scenarios, and we discuss them. If you're not familiar with what that is, it's basically people writing in about their messed up situations,
Mhm.
and then they leave it up to us, the general public, to decide whether or not they are the assholes in the scenario or not.
And then, sorry, what was my line? Why did I zone out?
Because sometimes,
Oh, right.
yeah.
Because sometimes we just need that unbiased opinion. Because you can't ask your neighbor, your sister, your whatever, because
Mhm.
maybe they're the problem or maybe you are the problem.
Mhm.
So we like to bring these scenarios to you because we love to hear what you have to say about them.
Yep.
So we love when you engage with us, comment,
Rate,
rate, subscribe,
yeah.
all of that good stuff. And yeah,
Let's get into it.
let's get into it, guys. This is a really quick turnaround. I'm gonna try to get this video out quick.
Oh,
somebody
she said
said
consistent.
yeah, we said somebody was like, you guys would be like really
So big
like,
if you were
big
consistent. I mean, yeah, we
I'm like, you don't need to read us that hard, but okay. So we'll try.
We get it. Yeah.
I guess we can try.
There's so much that goes into it too.
It's just because we have such busy schedules. Whatever. Who
Yeah,
cares about
it's
our
fine.
excuse?
Who
so
cares about?
annoying.
Yeah,
we're
actually,
so
shut up.
annoying.
Like, it doesn't matter.
Every day excuse.
Everyone
they don't care
deals with their
anymore.
own shit,
Yeah.
you know. It's like okay,
But we'll try.
anyways.
So when we try, we'll try.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We also like to talk about like trending topics and
Yeah.
stuff, things that not exciting, but like
just
know,
things going on.
things going on in pop
Yeah.
culture and on Twitter, social media. Right now, we were just talking about the
Quiet
whole
on Set.
Nickelodeon, Quiet on Set. I feel like that documentary, we were waiting for that one because we heard so many
Everyone
things about Dan
knew.
Schneider
Yeah.
and like the whole behind the scenes, and all the actors who are on it, child actors who are
Mhm.
now adults, have been saying things here and there, but like to actually have it official where like this actually happened, and then to see Drake Bell come out, I'm so
Oh
sorry
my
that the way
God.
that
I cried.
I was like,
I literally cried.
what?
Because what broke me? Wait, okay, guys, if
Yeah,
you don't know
we're-
what
we're
Quiet
just
on Set
jumping
is,
right into
sorry.
it,
Okay,
but-
it was like kind of like a tell-all documentary
Mhm.
about child stars in the late 90s and early 2000s on Nickelodeon,
Mhm.
and it included so many people that raised us, like
literally
Drake Bell, Amanda Bynes.
Yeah.
There was a few more people I can't remember their names, but like Keenan
Yeah.
and Kel.
Yeah.
Right? Like them. I forget that black girl's name. The one that like,
We've
she's
seen her
always a
everywhere
supporting
too, yeah.
actress
I
in
forgot
so
her
many
name.
in so many shows and movies. And then there were some names that I didn't actually recognize because they were like smaller actresses or
Mhm.
actors on bigger shows like The Amanda Show,
Or All That.
or All That, or things like that. But yeah, oh my God, it people were saying it for so long. Even the stars themselves were saying it, but then because maybe they were going through something
or signed an NDA.
or signed an NDA or whatever they like tried
Mhm.
to tell us, people literally discredited them because they're like, oh, you're crazy. Like
Yeah.
Amanda Bynes and everything.
Especially like coming out so many years after
Yeah.
too. People are like,
Yeah.
is
And
this real?
it just makes me think so many of the other things, like everyone who was like a celebrity in that time and before
Mhm.
definitely was abused.
Mhm.
Or like definitely like something there was too much,
even if it was like defying the labor laws or something, like being
exactly,
worked
like
too
some
hard.
kind of abuse was
Yeah.
happening, and abuse of power of some sort, because people were not,
They
I guess
weren't
the
vocal.
law didn't care about kids or something,
Yeah.
or like nobody was really checking on them.
Mhm.
But the Drake Bell shit, oh my God.
Yeah.
That-
No. So basically there was like 4 parts to it, 4 different
Mhm.
episodes, and then they were spilling all the tea about what was happening with Dan Schneider and how he had his favorite people and how
Mhm.
those people were like, you had to kind of kiss up to him or allow him to do whatever
Yeah.
to you to like get your own show or get more roles or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then they were talking about like very secretly, they weren't like mentioning any names. They were just talking about a case that happened where one of Dan Schneider's employees,
Brian Peck.
Brian Peck,
Yeah.
he was sexually abusing a child, and then out comes Drake Bell.
And like they showed the documents, like
Mhm.
the
legal
legal documents that said exactly what he did to him. And it was
Crazy.
insane. And what actually blew my mind was like, I think it was episode 3 where they were saying that this Brian Peck guy who was on the set because he worked with the kids on their lines.
Mhm.
So like a lot of one-on-one time with kids, you know, and
Yeah.
possibly unsupervised time. And him and Drake got close. And then he was like, hey, you want to have your birthday party at my house? And then he saw that clown picture.
Yeah.
And it was signed by John Wayne Gacy. Do you know who that is?
Well, I did because of the show.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I know
Like,
you're so true crime.
Bro, that
so,
blew
like,
my
I was
mind.
just like, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah.
But when they mentioned like what he used to do and
Yeah.
stuff, I was just like, okay, this is
he was so
fucked
scary.
up.
And he was also someone who was like high in power, respected.
around kids
All the time.
Yeah.
Because he was a clown on the side of being
Mhm.
like a politician kind of guy and like running businesses and whatever. And then he was like literally like one of the biggest serial killers in America. And
Mhm.
why is him and Brian Peck pen pals? And why are they both working with kids?
And why did he only get 16 months? Is my biggest
Oh,
question
that is my biggest,
because of
but-
all the letters and stuff. All these different variables help lessen jail time for people, and like obviously psychopaths, sociopaths, whatever. Brian Peck, is that his name? They have people that they obviously have those kids that like he didn't do anything to them, so they have nothing negative to say about him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what are they called? They're called
Witnesses?
scapegoats.
Oh.
Scapegoats, kind of.
Okay.
Like in a narcissist way of manipulating situations and people, like they'll be good to all these people and then have this one victim, you know, or two victims.
But I do feel like
So
a lot of
that-
people knew how, like, they felt uncomfortable with him. You know what I mean? But
Really?
like, yeah, like they were like, everyone was saying like the set was uncomfortable to be around, but like he honed in on Drake. But I also just think back in the day, because I also listened to a lot of true crime, and it's not crazy that he only did 16 months or got 16 months. Like so many people who've been arrested for crazy things like rape and like even like attempted murder and stuff like that, they don't do a lot of time in jail, or they'll get like sentenced for a lot of time and then they leave on good behavior like way earlier and then they reoffend. Like nothing happens, which is so upsetting. But I was so surprised that Drake like came out and like said what happened to him. Like I felt like that was so courageous.
And the fact that he, while going through all this, he was still on Drake and Josh and still
I can't see the
playing
show
his
the
role
same.
at that age.
No.
While going through all of that.
Thinking of his dad, like seeing his dad cry, like just like at the thought of it, because he knew from the beginning. And then this predator literally made sure to separate the guy who's going to protect him because of his immense power.
Yeah.
When kids are like in charge of making money for the entire family, they're gonna get abused. Like they're gonna like, you know what I mean? Like it's too much riding on one child. Like there's like it's either protection or make money. It doesn't make sense. I don't know, but that was a crazy tell-all. And I need to see Disney.
It makes me so sad to even think of like Amanda Bynes and like how she turned out, you know, like
it's so
especially
so sad.
In the early 2010s, she was like tweeting about like basically what happened to her, but we just thought she was crazy.
Somebody on TikTok was like, they almost set it up so that we could think like, okay, they got too much money and too much fame at a young age. They just snapped.
Yeah.
Not that they were abused or anything.
But it's
and
a
it made
pattern.
Us discredit
like
us.
Lindsay Lohan. And
I know, but it's like they were all from the same era. Probably
Yeah.
all the same things were happening to them.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why they snapped. Maybe some things, you know what I mean? Like, but we're just
That's
like, too much
definitely
money,
why.
too much fame.
Yeah.
So we can't listen to them. They don't know what they're talking about. We literally said, actually, shut up. Like, literally, we don't care what you have to say. You're wrong.
Just assume like they were doing heavy drugs, heavy alcohol,
Dude,
because
she
they had all this
literally
money.
said that she had to abort her producer's child, which is obviously Dan Schneider.
And she said that like her dad also did things to her
Oh my
too.
god. They really like broke down like this like shiny, super talented like she had like when I was looking back at those like videos of her so young, she was so charismatic. Like kids are like, not a lot of kids are like that. Like that's really like that,
and that's
star
also
quality.
a lot of pressure on her.
So much pressure.
Her own show at, when did she start? Like 11 years old.
Yeah. And then all
That's
like
a
the
lot.
disgusting like comments from like interviewers and stuff. It just makes me think of like Megan Fox and like anyone who was like any girl who was like seen as like beautiful or anything. The problem, even Megan Fox, I feel like she got it really, really bad because she was like sexy as well. I don't know. Hollywood is so dark.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
yeah, especially that era of Hollywood. I feel like now there's so many laws, so many things put in place, and parents just know so much better to protect their kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm sure bad things still happen. At least now people know what's going on and whatever.
Yeah, or what could possibly what to watch out for, and not to leave your kids with these producers or like these.
You just can't leave your
people
kid
with
with
high
other
power.
adults.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, more and more, I just think of like why our parents were so strict.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like we weren't even in that position, like where we're like making movies and shit. Our parents will never let us. Did you see that actual that the one about the sleepover where this girl was at a sleepover? It was like a big slumber party. A whole bunch of girls were at the house, and then all the girls fell asleep because apparently the dad.
Of course, yeah, I've heard of this.
The dad
Terrifying.
put like some sleeping medication in the kids whatever, and then he started
Smoothies
or something, and then he started doing stuff to the girls, but one of the girls didn't drink the smoothie. She wasn't sleeping. He thought she was, and then she got her phone, texted her mom like, pick me up right now, something bad. Can you
This
imagine
sounds like
the
a
panic?
horror movie.
Like the and then so the mom came, all the parents came, and he's like, no, don't.
They're
no,
fine, they're sleeping.
Just come back in the morning. No, are you fucking kidding me? Let me get my kid right now.
Yeah.
Because I'll actually kill you right in front
and
of
why
your house.
is it only you? Like, where's the mom?
Where's
why?
the
Why is it
mom?
only you? This is
And-
fucking weird.
And that's the thing too.
It's like he probably told the daughter, like, let's have a sleepover, like his daughter,
maybe
to like, you know, let's have a
Maybe.
sleepover. I'll give you
But
guys.
even still, where's the mom?
smoothies and
Moms can be
stuff,
bad
yeah.
too. Moms are weird too. You only can trust yourself with your
no,
kids.
honestly,
For real.
yeah.
Because people are disgusting and they're evil.
Or you can't
and they
trust
have
that the mom
malintent.
will like look out for the kid. You know what I
No,
mean?
you
She might be
can't.
busy and not even realize what's going on. So
Or maybe
no
she's being-
sleepovers for
maybe
my
she's
kids.
in a bad place too.
Yeah.
Like maybe she can't defend.
True.
You know what I mean? Like
True.
who knows? And yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
No sleepovers for my kids.
I
Sorry.
would get so fed up as a kid
I was so pissed.
because no sleepovers. Like not even with my bestest friend. Do you remember when I had to literally call my mom and beg her to let her sleep over your house when I was how old? Like 18?
No, like she couldn't even sleep over at my house and she was 18.
I was 18.
And
And
it's
my
like
mom had to call her mom and like
No,
you
they
know,
got into an argument. No,
she
because
was
your
a-
mom was like, well, why doesn't she come here? My mom was like, no, why doesn't she sleep over here? She
I'm
lives here
literally
anyway.
already at your house.
No,
like,
Shoshana
let
was at
me
my
fucking-
house all the
My
time.
mom
I
is-
always think about that hilarious time where my mom thought I was home. And then she came upstairs, found Shoshana in my bed, in my pajamas, in my robe, and said, wait, where's my daughter? Like, she was like,
wait, where were you?
I don't know. Maybe I went to run an errand or something, but she's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, here I
Shoshana
am.
literally had a key to my house.
Yeah.
She literally let herself in. So it's like,
Hey.
why can't she sleep over?
we had stuff to do, okay?
And her dad and my dad had a good relationship. They've known each other for years. No,
Yeah,
still can't sleep
no,
over. And I don't blame her.
no.
I don't blame her because it's like,
I
mean, that one is like fine.
no,
She's
17
18,
is
like
17, 18, like come on. You know,
17,
but
18
as a,
is-
imagine a kid. Oh
No.
no.
I think it's more common with like ethnic households where you're not allowed to have sleepovers at all. But like when I grew up with like all those white people and they were having sleepovers every fucking weekend and I was not allowed to come, I felt so left
Oh
out.
my god.
I'm
yeah.
like,
because your mom wouldn't let you?
absolutely not. No, if there was a sleepover, my dad's like, go. I'm gonna come pick you up though.
Oh,
And
so
then-
it's not a sleepover. So,
So
like,
I would
before you
go
sleep,
before
I'm
they
gonna come get
slept.
you out.
I'd have to call my dad.
I
and
mean,
then
I
my
like
dad
that
would come.
better. My mom wouldn't even
Yeah.
let me go sometimes. Like,
No,
going
me
to
too, for
anyone's
sure,
house. Yeah,
for sure.
I'm
It was like,
okay, relax.
you already
first of
went
all.
somewhere last
Yeah.
month. What are you doing?
No,
you can't go again.
pacing out your outings as a kid. If you have
No.
strict parents, you know how this goes. It's very, very like you have to be very strategic at a very
Absolutely.
young age. Like I went
Absolutely.
out last Friday, she's not gonna let me go out this weekend. It's
No.
crazy.
I have to wait till there's a
Yeah.
reason.
There's a
Somebody's
reason. It's someone's birthday,
Yeah,
yeah.
like something has to happen. I
Yeah.
actually though I remember like one of the girls that I grew up with. She was like really popular. She used to have sleepovers at her house all the time, and I would go get picked up like the same story all the time. And one day she like confided in me that her mom was like an alcoholic. Like she
Oh.
had like she was completely like off the rails.
Mm.
And apparently at like a sleepover, her mom had like a bad episode and like all the kids
Mm.
saw. And,
Oh shit.
and it's kind of just like, even though it wasn't a situation where someone was being touched or like something
Yeah.
horrible, it's still
it's
like
other things
it's
that
other
you shouldn't be
things that you-
exposed to as a
exactly.
kid.
I just 100% understand my parents where they're coming from. Like I just don't want my
Yeah.
kid to be exposed to other people's house because every house has their problems. Every
That's
house
so
has their
true.
own thing
Especially
that's
like
going
now
on.
as an adult, you see
You
that,
see
and
it.
it's like, yeah, I don't want my kid to go.
And
over
then
there.
on
It's
top of
fine.
that, it's like imagine like all the couples that you know and how different and weird each couple is. Like they have their own little weird thing.
yeah,
I don't need my kid in your
Yeah,
weird
yeah,
little
yeah.
world. Like please. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's so judgmental, but like
it's not
sometimes you
judgmental.
kinda
It's the
have to-
truth.
yeah, it's protection, right?
What do you
like,
mean?
no, very reasonable now looking
Yeah.
back. But at the time, I was just upset. You know, very
Of course,
very
I had
frustrated.
no understanding.
No understanding, and like,
Why are you ruining my life?
how can you be honest with them as a kid too?
What do you
How
mean?
can you tell them like people are dangerous? Like, I don't know what they'll do to you.
Oh,
Like,
no,
you
they
don't
told
want
me
to scare
that.
them.
No, they told me
My
that.
mom just said no. Like, that's
No,
it. Just
a lot
no,
of times,
no.
a lot of times they would just tell me no with no explanation. That also
Yeah.
frustrated me so much.
I thought my mom was a hater for the longest time. She was just the biggest hater.
You just don't want me to have fun.
Yeah, yeah.
You're just
She doesn't want me to live my life. It's
you don't
fine.
want me to live my life.
Yeah.
Me, I'm 8 years old. You don't want me to live my life.
That
You're
is
sad. You're
hilarious.
jealous.
Yeah,
you know?
you're jealous of me. Like,
you didn't get invited to a sleepover, so now you're mad.
you can come if you want. Like,
Mom.
but I'm so like grateful that I also had like a lot of cousins at that age too.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I would always have my fun with them. We
Were you
grew up
allowed to sleep over
together.
at cousins' houses?
Yeah.
I wasn't.
No, that is a different level of
No.
haterade. What do
No,
you
for
mean?
real.
Your
don't-
cousins?
Nope, I was not allowed to have sleep. Okay, like there was like a 1-2 that
Yeah.
I could, but it was like I still had to
Beg
beg
and plead, yeah.
and just the most.
Actually, I still had to beg them.
yeah,
please.
it was never
Mhm.
a yeah sure ever.
Mhm.
Even I had a best friend who was my neighbor. Like literally, we shared a wall. Was not allowed, and she didn't have a dad. No, it was just
Have a
mom.
dad.
No.
No, how you said that question was insane.
Yeah.
My mom would be like, "Do they have a dad?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like,
Yeah.
what's wrong? Obviously, they have a
Then
dad.
you're not
like,
allowed. Sorry, wrong answer.
What? Because they have both parents?
Yeah,
Like,
no.
it just didn't make any sense to me.
Do you remember like OG YouTuber watchers like Bo Vintage? She had
Yeah.
a crazy
Oh,
story
yeah,
time.
yeah.
And she wasn't even young. Like that's the thing. So it's like
She was in
even-
high school.
She was in high school. She was like 15, 16,
Mhm.
where she slept over at her like best friend's house and her dad did
was
something-
creepy.
Yeah, did like really,
Perverted.
like violated her. So it's like it really does happen at every age. And you might think like 15, 16, like you're kind of grown, but it's like when I look at it,
You're really not, yeah.
You are such a baby. And
So
then when
innocent.
bro, when I compare that to like a grown man who could be like doing something weird, it's like the difference of understanding, of age, of autonomy, of like, or even like the ability to speak up for yourself is so different.
Yeah.
15-year-olds will just be like, they're so nervous. Even when I talk to a 15-year-old now, they're like, yeah, like they're so
Mhm.
misty.
They're kids. They're
They're
still
kids.
kids.
They're babies.
Yeah.
Even sometimes when I talk to like a 20-year-old, sometimes
Yeah.
they're like that. I don't know if I'm scaring them, maybe. Like, I don't know, but like they're so like, why? Like, it's relaxed. Like, you
Yeah.
know, like they're so nervous all the time.
Mhm.
You feel like you have to be gentle with them. You have to protect them, but people are just evil. So I don't know.
People are just evil.
Yeah.
I know we have so many like East African people who can relate to whatever we're just
100%,
talking about. But just
100%.
like parental, like the strictness overall, but especially when we're younger and when it came to sleepovers, that's what we argued about the most.
Like, let me
probably.
have a
like,
sleepover.
not even sleepover, just
Yeah.
going out with my friends.
Yeah.
Like, let me live
Enjoy
my
st-
life.
yeah,
a
like,
little
let-
bit.
But it got to
And
a
I was
point.
so innocent too. Like,
Yeah.
it's very innocent outings. I
Yeah.
wasn't doing drugs or alcohol or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
you know? But
It got to a
Yeah.
point though where it's like I felt like it wasn't a good thing that they would say no without explanation. You kind of owe your kid explanation, like open up a dialogue and like be reasonable with them. Obviously, you're the parent, what you say goes, but it's like when you
'Cause
just
now I have
constantly
to-
say no, you do create
sneaky,
lying
lying.
kids.
Yeah.
And they
Now
get
I have to
better and better
lie.
at lying.
So good.
Eventually there's going to be a turning point where your kid is like, you know what? I'm still going to do it.
yeah.
Like, I'm still going to go. I'm still going to have fun because at this point
Mhm.
you're depriving me of
Of my fun,
experiences,
of my
fun.
young years.
And it could be summertime. It could be like something you're so excited for, and then your parents just say no without explanation. Oh my
Mhm.
god, it used to boil my blood.
Because like, just trust me a little. You know, like
N-
just
I
you don't
never,
trust your
ever got
parenting.
trust.
You know, like
No.
I'm not gonna do what heroin or whatever you think I'm gonna do. Like, what do you think I'm gonna do? What do you think I'm gonna do?
Heroin
You
is
know,
so funny because maybe
you
they
know what's
think
crazy
heroin.
though? At my cousin's high school, the kids were doing heroin.
What?
Yeah.
Like we knew some sketch girls at Dame
I feel like that's
too.
you cannot go to a high school where
No, but,
people are
like,
like in
similar
their
to
rebellious
Melbourne.
phase of life. Like, you know, they're trying to be different and like figure themselves out. There's gonna be some bad with the good, as long as the good outweighs the bad, you know? Like,
I don't think it was all bad either.
I know, but heroin?
heroin
You
is
lost me at
wild.
heroin.
Yeah, heroin is
Get
wild.
the fuck out of that school. Like,
But I do think we had some of those at Dame too.
Okay,
The girl
maybe.
who pierced me.
she
something
was
was-
on something.
Bro,
That bitch was
I know
on
you know what I'm
something.
talking
Yeah,
about.
no, she was
Yeah.
definitely on something. Fun.
She was not okay, and then she
Yeah.
had like a crew of other people who were not okay.
What were
About
they
it,
doing for money at that young of an age too?
Piercing people in the bathroom. I
If
don't
your
know
kid-
what the secret to parenting is and like how to avoid that, because I don't know if it's like you have to start off scaring your kids, because like we turned out
Terrified.
fine. And we were terrified of our parents. Is
No,
that
like,
the secret?
terrified.
Because all this gentle parenting, is that going to lead you to having kids who don't respect you when you're older?
I'm laughing because like nowadays I feel like gentle parenting is way more of a thing because of like
Yeah.
social media, and we're younger, wiser,
Yeah.
whatever. As parents, way more wiser than our parents was. But Selena works at a daycare. Keep
Yeah.
bringing this up because every time Selena has a complaint, there's kids that like beat up teachers, right? And
That's crazy.
Selena will tell the parents, your kid
Yeah.
beat up a
A
teacher.
yeah.
Someone was choking someone with their hijab. Like the kids get crazy.
No.
Yeah, like no, they got wild
With the
over there
hijab
with
is
the
wild,
hijab.
yeah.
Like, and then the parents would just be like, "What did I tell you at home?" Or
Wait,
swearing.
the kid took somebody else's hijab?
No, it was
and
her own. She was the teacher was wearing the
a
hijab,
and she
choked her with her own hijab. It's
You're
not fun. One of the other stories was the kids swear. Like they swear, and obviously they learned it from home. When Selena would complain to the parents would be like, "What did I fucking tell you? I told you only swear at home. We only fucking swear at home." Like Selena just has to like be like, "Oh yeah."
How do you not die of laughter?
She only told you to swear at fucking home.
Why
Like,
did you
why
not
are you
swear at fucking home? Exactly. Yeah, I don't
Gentle
know.
parenting does not work.
Talk to them like humans and treat them like human beings. But you can't like not yell at your kids. You have to yell at your
But some parents at her daycare refuse to let the child take accountability.
That's
like they act
bad.
like it was accidents. Like, did you do an accident? Like, was it not your fault that you burnt your hand on the iron?
Oh my god, why are
Like,
they trying to raise narcissists?
I don't get
That
it.
is
I think that's
crazy.
gentle parenting, like a different way to take accountability, like making it seem like it's an accident.
That sounds like an excuse.
Who knows how we're gonna parent our kids?
That's the
but-
thing. We're doing a lot of yappa
Yeah.
yappa.
Nah, I'm definitely gonna discipline my kids. The way I was
Yeah,
raised.
like,
So you're getting
exactly.
into like what the hell?
I mean, I'm not gonna
I
be,
don't know about beating though. Like,
but nothing above
oh,
belt. Like
okay.
you don't hit them in the face.
Oh
you
no!
don't. But parents did that. I never got slapped in the face.
I did
That's-
when I was older.
You got slapped in the face when you
Yeah,
were
because
older.
guess what?
What?
I was out at the mall with my friends.
Uh-huh.
And I came home at 5 p.m. so because I was supposed to be home immediately after high school.
Uh-huh.
My phone died too. My mom was probably trying to
Horrible.
call
How
me and
dare
stuff.
you.
How dare my phone die
Yeah.
when I'm out? You know,
That's
and I
actually
don't
your
have a
fault.
charger.
That's your fault.
So I came home and she slapped me across the face. So thank you. Yeah.
Actually, I probably did get slapped in the face.
I think
too.
you did, but you forgot. Maybe she knocked you out. You know.
Yeah. My mom was in
Crazy.
tears one time when I went to the mall.
What's at the mall? Like,
No,
can you?
it's
So it's
wrong.
okay when I go with you, but not when I'm
With
with
your
my friends.
What are you doing? You're just being a delinquent over there.
I mean,
She's
I did
right. You
steal
are.
once. Yeah.
Oh my god! Can we talk
I did
about
steal
how like
once.
so many kids go through a stealing phase?
I think it's just because you don't have money. So how am I gonna get the thing I want when I'm broke in high school?
No,
So,
but
like,
in high
the
school,
Sephora- yeah, no.
I even got banned from a mall.
yeah.
When I got caught, they would bar you.
Their
from the
ban is
mall.
not just for any kids watching. Their ban is not real.
At
Like,
the time. I don't know about now, but
Yeah.
it was never real. Like I literally came back the next week. How are you
as
gonna
long
remember
as
my
you don't
face?
steal again and get caught, because then they'll
Then
be
they'll
like, okay,
remember
now
you.
you're banned. Like we
Or
caught
we're
you
gonna call the
again.
police or something.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh my
Some kids
God.
don't get as lucky and they get
Like
the
you?
police called. Yeah, I
Yeah.
swear I have like very bad luck when I do something
Wrong.
that's not. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
I was such a goody two shoes, or very like I did not rebel.
Yeah.
So whenever I did,
it was so not.
I
your
got
thing.
the worst punishment for it. So
And
I
it
just
was-
never did it
It
again.
was the
I
universe
never
telling you
rebelled.
like this is not for
This
you.
is not for you.
Yeah, just go back
Stop
into your
stealing.
line.
Yeah, like just stay home. Just stay home. My mom literally just liked to keep me at home. So
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so I stole,
yeah.
got the police call, got like literally the worst. I got the fine, I got the ban from not only that store, but all the other sister stores.
Which
to
is
it.
crazy because
I've
the
never
store
heard-
is
I
like
was
you need to go
15.
into that store.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
was 15 too. Like leave me alone.
All you stole was mascara.
Literally.
Like,
just mascara.
I think you got so unlucky because you just got like a person who just
love their job.
loves their job. Like you know,
I
like
hate those
the
people.
Karenist Karen
Love-
kind of person.
literally the Karenist
Yeah.
Karen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, you're gonna learn today."
Yeah. And I learned.
yeah,
I never stole again.
and I did.
I learned my
She was-
lesson. Yeah. 3 police showed up
to arrest these big
to arrest
criminals.
these teenagers.
Mhm.
It was hilarious, but like seeing, I don't even want to talk on her experience, but
Yeah.
mom was the funniest
Wait, why?
experience ever. The way she came in and like collapsed to the floor, and then she's literally like, she's just like, no more friends, only you and God. She's like, no more friends, just you and God from now on. And we're like, oh, we're not gonna
Yeah.
see Amy anymore.
This is like the worst day of my life. Like, not only am I arrested,
Oh my God. No, I lost my friend.
you
too.
lost my. I lost my
Yeah.
friend.
And my dad is so funny when we were walking out because like my mom had to like fake act mad. I don't think she was really mad. She was like laughing.
Yeah.
Inside she was
Yeah.
laughing, but she had to act mad.
Yeah.
My dad was just like, "Hey, everyone steals." I'm like, "What?"
Wait, your parents were that
"It's
chill
okay,
about it?
everyone steals." Only my dad was. My mom was like more disappointed, you know, like not really
Like,
mad.
why'd you do that?
Like didn't even take my phone. She was that
Oh,
disappointed. Someone taking away your phone at that time
Yeah.
was like big, like
Yeah.
no BBM, no nothing.
yeah, yeah.
She was just like, keep your phone. I don't want it. I'm very
'Cause
disappointed.
you're stupid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
you're
stupid.
just-
Very traumatizing. I do think that that's a turning point for a lot of teens,
Yeah,
like
when they
getting your
stop
first
stealing.
time getting caught stealing.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
to just get it out of your system young. So just steal now, so you'll be good forever, I guess. And make sure it's like petty theft too, like not anything too big, you know.
No.
But I feel like it was way easier back then to steal because
That's the
now
thing,
there's
now-
like cameras in every aisle in
Bro,
Walmart and
go
like
to Walmart and for
Yeah.
sure you're gonna hear that big
Oh, yeah.
siren going off, which means somebody stole. People who are stealing at Walmart, it's not like they're stealing at Walmart. It's like when you go to self checkout and you're like,
the
I don't need to
self
scan this
checkout
one.
shit is hilarious.
Yeah.
because
Because I think that's why they're losing money because people are like, well, I'm gonna scan this vacuum cleaner.
as
Or like,
a banana.
as a banana.
No, I
and I'm
don't like the
gonna go.
banana one.
Even like Sephora workers were saying like we have a system now, like we know who's stealing.
I
getting
can
more
only
smart.
imagine the amount of theft that goes on in Sephora. All those
Stealing.
14, 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds that cannot
Yeah.
afford the $50 foundation,
Yeah.
they're stealing that shit.
But I
feel like
you know?
now the just the consumerism has gotten so
That's so
high and people
true.
cannot afford it, you know?
And they want to keep up, especially
Yeah.
the kids.
especially the kids, especially
Yeah.
the younger kids
Might
that don't have money.
make you want to steal, but don't do it.
Don't do it.
But who's gonna listen to us? they're gonna fucking do it.
Okay, so let's get
Yeah.
into Am I the Asshole?
Well, you have to do. You have to. Say
Okay,
your
okay.
thing.
And now let's get into
Cue the commentary. Now
I
that
love tres leches
oh my god,
from De Amo.
yeah, it's the best.
Did you try the other flavors too?
Of course I did.
Okay, like all of them?
Not all of them, but a lot of them.
Yeah, I tried pistachio, hazelnut, Nutella.
Did you get the
like,
Lotus one?
Never.
Oh my.
wait,
god.
Biscoff.
Yeah,
Yes.
That
yes,
one was
yes.
really, really
That is
good.
like it's like a
it's
sweetness
perfect.
that is so addictive
It's
because
so
it's not like
perfect.
overly sweet. It's
No.
like a decadent, savory
Yeah.
sweet, you know, so you can eat the whole thing in one sitting.
Literally
basically.
eat the entire cake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I will try it.
Should I go first?
Yeah, sure.
Am I the asshole for expecting my brother to pay for a new phone after I damaged mine, saving his son?
Oh.
My 19 male brother, 24 male, was watching his son, 3 male, when they were over at our parents' place this weekend, but he got distracted for a minute and my nephew fell into the backyard swimming pool. Thank God I heard it in time and I jumped into the pool and saved him. We're all aware of the tragedy that could have happened. Everyone is
Yeah.
still in shock. And my father already started working on gating the pool. I did have another kind of financial loss though, because I had my cell phone in my pocket when I jumped in the pool and it's dead now. I told my brother I'll look to buy a new one and send him the bill. He thinks it's not his responsibility for paying and says he cannot believe that's what I'm thinking about after his son almost died. I said it was his fault that his son almost died. He should be down on his knees thanking God and kissing my feet for saving his son's life. The least he can do is pay for a new phone of my choice. My mother says give him time. Am I the asshole for insisting here?
Oh my god, there's so many things I want to say.
I'm
Okay, you couldn't try
torn.
dipping it in rice, first of all. Like, did you try all the other solutions to fix your dead phone? You know,
Uh-huh.
like rice for a day, I heard does wonders. But other than that, like if you tried everything, I think it is kind of like a kind gesture for him to be like, I'll pay for some of your phone. Like, first of all, a phone of your choice. Like, what are you gonna get? The newest iPhone?
yeah,
Like,
that's
what
odd.
are you gonna
And
get?
I just feel like it's weird for her to be like, I saved your son, so you owe me a phone. Like,
Yeah.
Like, I don't like how that sounds. Like, it's
Yeah.
like, well, now you owe me. No, this is also your nephew. Like, don't
Yeah.
you? Like, what,
I know,
It's
I
kind
know.
of weird. Like, okay, yeah, but I feel like if she had said it differently, maybe like, "Ugh, my phone. Do you think you like? I have no money. Like, can you help me?
Yeah.
Like
How
if
old is
had
she?
19 and he's
Okay.
24.
Yeah.
It's just kind of I saved your son, so you owe me a phone. I don't like that trade-off.
Exchange. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I get that too.
It's weird. It's icky.
But do you still think he owes her a phone?
I
Or
w-
should he offer to like pay for stuff?
I think how you say it kind of could rub him the wrong way though. Like if you're like, well, what do you mean I owe you?
Mhm.
What do you, like if I had not like if there was like a question beforehand of if I would replace your phone, would you not have gone and saved my son? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
kind of like the way she says it would make me annoyed. I would do it, but like I'd be like, the way you're asking is I don't like it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, totally. Kind of assholey the way that you're saying
The
it
way
is
you're saying it
assholey,
makes
but
you
I
kinda
get
assholey.
it. Like you're 19, probably, you know, a phone is what, $1,000+.
so
Like, you
true.
know,
She's 19
But-
too. It's like, please, I have no money.
yeah.
But I think the way you say it, it's like it's not well. Trade your son for my phone. Like, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like it's weird.
I would say like, you know, not the whole phone payment, but half pay for something, you know?
No, like pay for the
'Cause-
phone, but it's like how you ask for it changes everything.
Yeah.
You just sound like an asshole saying, like, well, I saved your phone or saved your son, so now you owe me a phone that I want. Yeah, people in the comments are like, if I saved my nephew, I wouldn't think about a new phone.
I agree with that.
Yeah, delivery was off, new phone of his choice. Like, it's like,
Yeah.
new phone, sure, but same kind. I'd save my nephew expecting nothing out of it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of weird how she says it.
But yeah, like at the end of the day, I feel like he is gonna help her.
Like, I'll
You
send
know,
you
like
the bill.
he's gonna help her, but like just watch the way you talk to me.
I
a little bit,
guess,
you
yeah.
know?
Anyway, yeah, you're not the asshole, but like expecting it makes you kind of asshole-y.
Am I the asshole for blocking a girl on my husband's Instagram? Losing my mind because of this fight with my husband and trying to figure out if my anger is justified. My 28 female husband, 31 male, has been going through a big career/life change and has been going out more than ever before. I want to support him every time he wants to do something social, but with the toddler and current high-risk pregnancy, I have limitations. Because of that, our marriage has been strained for a while. Back in May, he went out to dinner, which turned into a bar, and then that turned into a night out where he didn't get home until 4:30 a.m. Please note, even when we were younger and child-free, he didn't stay out this late. I woke up to an empty bed and was shocked to find he wasn't home at 4 a.m. Called him and told him he needed to come home now. He didn't argue and came back. But when he got home, my insecurities took over and I asked to look at his phone. I saw that he had followed a gorgeous woman on Instagram and she followed him back.
Oh.
I started asking if this is who he was with until 4 a.m. He said he had met her earlier in the night and they talked for a while as friends because she just moved to our city after a divorce. I told him to block her because I'm uncomfortable with their new friendship.
Yeah.
He refused, calling me crazy because it was innocent and he can have female friends. I responded saying I might be crazy and hormonal, 5 months pregnant, and insecure, but I'm not okay with this. And I took his phone and blocked her from his IG. He slept in the guest room that night. I thought that was the end of it until 3 months later, after another similar fight, I got a feeling to look at his phone again. I found out that he had unblocked and refollowed her.
Oh.
I looked at their messages and he had responded to a story with a fire emoji as well. No. Stop.
This is you know what? Finish.
I confronted him while crying and saying it makes me feel insecure and hurts my feelings, but he's now twisted it into me not trusting him and being controlling of his friendships. There are a lot of problems in our marriage right now, but this feels like the straw that will break the camel's back because he won't apologize for doing something he knew would just hurt my feelings. I feel like making his wife feel confident and secure while she's pregnant is more important than a random girl he met on a night out, but he's insisting I'm crazy and I shouldn't be angry about this. Even more, that I should just apologize to him for being controlling. Do I have a right to be so mad and hurt by this, or am I the asshole for blocking her on his Instagram again?
Oh, she did it twice?
Yeah, because I guess she did it after she's seen the fire emoji being sent.
You are not the asshole, first of all. This is like watching your life like from bird's eye view of like I'm seeing the steps before an affair happens.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean a new, like, this is not a long time friendship or something. This is a brand new friendship. New girl that came to town, recently divorced, and she's gorgeous?
Yeah.
What is the reason of your friendship? Please.
The fire emoji let me know everything I needed to know.
Like,
the follow would have done it for me, but
yeah.
There's no calling me crazy after I see that fire emoji.
What is the purpose of your friendship? Like, what do you gain?
Because she came after a divorce. She's new in town.
Would
so
you
what?
Have,
Now what? There's so many people that come to town after a
divorce.
divorce.
Befriended a girl that you were not attracted to.
Yeah.
That came to town. Was recently divorced. No, the only reason you probably approached her is because there's an attraction there.
Yeah.
And it's like your wife is pregnant at home. What
they
are
say
you
that
doing?
guys cheat the most on their pregnant wives. Yeah, because they can't give them sex.
But they can. But I mean, maybe they're uncomfortable, pregnant, and bloated, and like
it makes sense, why they don't want to have sex with you. Like they're pregnant, but it just reveals more of a man's character when he does go out and do that when his wife is literally pregnant and taking care of your other child, like
that is so disgusting.
I can just see like this is not one of those things where you can like talk through it because he's calling you crazy and controlling.
He's not
You've
validating
already
anything.
Nothing.
No.
He's gaslighting. That's basically what he's doing because he knows what he's doing.
He does.
The fact that you unblocked and refollowed her,
that is the most bold thing. Why don't you fuck her in front of me then? Like,
Actually, just go do that. A
What's
way
the
to
word?
stress me out while I'm pregnant too. Is it that worth
And
it?
that
First of
too,
all,
like,
yeah.
do you not care that you're stressing out the woman holding your child, or no?
5 months pregnant too.
No, she doesn't. He doesn't
Yeah.
care.
Another thing, I don't want to be that person, but I feel like he did something. 'Cause
Already?
why are you coming home at 4:30 a.m.? Or that conversation went on for way too
What are you
long, and you're
guys
you're tipsy.
talking
You're
about?
probably getting really emotional. Like,
Oh yeah. Did you look in her eyes and compliment her?
you know what I'm
Like, were you guys
saying?
flirting all night? Like, what is
I
that?
don't even know, but
Is it
you're.
crazy if I would say like I would end a relationship over that, or is that like too?
I don't think so, because like Instagram is the new like dating social media,
For
right? Like you figure out
sure.
so much people from their social media and like carry on relationships.
Yeah.
People don't even ask for numbers anymore.
No,
It's
they're
what's
like,
your
"What's your IG?"
Instagram,
Yeah.
you know?
Literally.
So it's basically like he got someone's number.
Yeah, and you got rid of it.
This is
You got it back.
me literally thinking
Like
like
you jumped,
yeah, like you basically asked for her number,
Yeah.
like you're basically
And
trying
you're-
to take her on a date
and you
date her
refuse
to admit
to
it.
not like to break a connection so hard that you reverse the block and then followed again, which
Mhm.
makes you look. First of all, that creates a story in her mind.
Mm-hmm.
He unfollowed me, then followed me back. Sounds like a woman was involved.
Yeah.
Like, not only are you embarrassing me now,
But
it's like,
you're reaffirming that you want her,
yeah,
because why
and
are
you
you
don't
back
care that
again?
she sees.
Yeah, why are you
Yeah.
back again?
Yeah.
Like,
And now she knows you want her, and she
yeah.
knows you want her even at the risk of losing your wife
Mhm.
or the mother of your child.
No, he's gonna cheat. Those are
No,
like
that-
he's itching for a new
And
female
someone,
friendship.
100%, and someone who
yeah.
doesn't care to like disrespect you like that as well
Mhm.
is gonna cheat on you.
And he's
like,
lying to you.
Yeah, in
Another
your
thing.
face.
Yeah.
In your face. He's calling you stupid. You should. I mean, I don't
So
know. Like, it's hard to
sad.
tell people to leave. It's like you're pregnant. You know,
Mhm.
like you might be relying on him for so many things, but it's like I don't know. That's really sad.
Yeah.
What a waste, man.
But no, you're not the asshole.
Not the asshole. Am I the asshole for refusing to lend my designer purse to my sister-in-law for her wedding? I, 24 female, have a Chanel purse that was a gift from my parents when I graduated college.
Chanel.
Mhm.
Fuck no. That's my bag, bitch.
It's by far the most expensive thing I own. My brother recently got married, and his new wife, Amy, asked if she could borrow my Chanel purse for their wedding day photos and reception. Amy doesn't own any designer bags and really wanted one to complete her wedding look. I politely declined to lend her my purse. That purse is extremely valuable to me, and the thought of something happening to it makes me anxious. Amy called me selfish and materialistic for not lending it to her for the wedding. She said I was more concerned about a status symbol than helping family. My parents and brother also got upset with me, saying I should be willing to share things with family. But I don't think I should have to hand over my most prized possession just because it's for a wedding. Now the whole family is angry with me. So am I the asshole for not lending my sister-in-law my expensive designer purse for her wedding? She's acting like I ruined her big day over this, and I think it's an unreasonable request.
I'm sorry, but a Chanel bag with your wedding dress?
Yeah.
I feel like that will
doesn't
not even look good together.
Yeah.
Wrong occasion to wear the
Yeah.
Chanel bag. First of all.
Yeah.
Second of all, you're calling her materialistic, but you want
But you
the
want
Chanel
the bag.
bag.
Make it make sense.
So
Make it
it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and I'm not giving you my Chanel bag. Like what? They're $10,000
literally,
or like
and
almost
it's more than
that.
materialistic. It's like my parents got this for me. If something happens
Yeah.
to it, it's like it's a big thing that costs my family money to give
Mhm.
it to me. So it's like no. And then also
People
like
are
what's
so bold
No,
to
that-
ask
bro,
me for
I
my
was-
Chanel bag for your wedding. Like a no is a no
and,
too.
and
like
then to try to guilt me,
a
I'm
no
still not
is
gonna
a
give it to
no, guys. Have a little bit more pride or
you,
like
bro.
something. Like
Shame. Have
shame.
shame.
Have shame.
Like don't
after
ask.
the no, it's okay. Like I don't want it.
Yeah.
I'll freaking
But-
rent a bag or something.
Bro, for real. And then also, what is like y'all's relationship to be asking for something so expensive and valuable to this girl,
Yeah.
and then have the gall to be mad when she says
Crazy.
no?
Mhm.
Are you guys best friends or no? Because it's
Mhm.
giving. I don't think you guys are best friends.
She
anyway.
said sister-in-law.
Yeah,
That's your
sister-in-law.
sister-in-law. If that was her real sister, I would kind of get it.
No,
you know,
no. If
because
it's your real
obviously
sister,
we can
that's
argue about
different. And it's
dumb
like,
shit,
shut up.
but-
I'm gonna take the bag. I'll be really careful with it. I promise. And you can like plead with your sister and not have shame.
Yeah, but
But
that's
a
your
sister-in-law, you have to
so-
have some more shame, especially a new sister-in-law.
Yeah.
Don't start it off being
I'm
weird.
so sorry. The Chanel bag will not look good with your dress. Like I can
And that
almost
doesn't even
promise you
vibe.
that it
Like,
will not.
Why would you carry a Chanel bag
Down the
like
aisle,
what? Or like for photos.
pictures. It
You're
still
not
wouldn't.
supposed to carry a bag, girl. Like just hold a flower. You're supposed to
Literally hold the flowers.
What?
You want to hold the Chanel bag? Like,
fuck. Like,
and then calling me materialistic
That's
when
the
you want
funny
that in your
part.
photos?
yeah.
Okay,
You
shut
sound
up.
mad.
Like you,
sound-
actually sound dumb.
you-
That's so
not
funny.
the asshole. She's bright.
She's so
Yeah.
stupid. Like,
Literally.
am I the asshole for turning around and going home on my way to the airport for a girls' trip? I, 23 female, was supposed to go on a girls' weekend trip to Spain with my longtime friend of almost 10 years, 24 female, and her other female friend, 28 female, who I was excited to meet. We all live in Germany, but her and her friends live about 3.5 hours away from me, and I live closer to Frankfurt. They decided that they wanted to drive through the night about 10 hours and arrive in the morning, and said that if I could meet them in their town, I could drive with them. I instead elected to just fly over and meet them there since I live so close to an airport.
Mhm.
The day before the trip, she texted me a link to book some tickets to a museum that her and her friend booked. She told me to book for 2 p.m., which is when they booked for. When I clicked the link, the only time slot available was 8:35 a.m. I pretty much was like, whatever, I'll do something else while they're doing that.
Mhm.
The night before the trip, I texted her asking how much I owed her for her accommodations and whatever else that we are splitting. This is the second time I've asked since her friend was the one doing the bookings, and I just assumed I would send my share when they told me how much it cost. She didn't answer, but I just assumed she was sleeping to prepare for the long drive. The morning of my flight, 3 hours before my flight leaves, she tells me that I had to book my own hotel room because they're having a guy friend come with them
What?
that they invited last minute. She sent me a link so that I could book the same hotel as them for the night, but all the rooms were fully booked. I searched around the area too, and all the rooms were booked or very expensive. I really wanted to go, so I just kind of let it go and prepared myself to spend some extra money for a hotel room for myself in a different hotel.
Wow, she's very understanding.
Mhm. But on the way to the airport, I just had a gut feeling that I wasn't going to enjoy myself.
Mm.
So I turned around and went home and sent her a text saying I was just going to sit this one out because I was expecting a girls' trip.
Yeah.
She's being short with me now and thinks I'm being unreasonable. Am I the asshole?
No. This is so not nice.
I feel like they just didn't want her to come to
It's
begin
giving
with.
Mean Girl. It's giving
Yeah.
like she got the vibe that she's being kind of left out. Like, why would you
Like
not
she's
tell
giving her reasons to not want to come,
100%.
you know?
And why would she not? Okay, for the museum, why would you not buy three tickets and just tell her if you're already booking everything, buy the 3 tickets so that she
Yeah.
can do it, like so she can just pay you back whatever
Yeah.
and like be there at the same time with you. And then why would you and like not tell her that somebody else wants to come, and then not just somebody else, like a guy is gonna come
Yeah.
that she doesn't know,
And book your own hotel room
and
now?
then also book your own hotel
On top
room.
of that?
Like,
It's okay. It's
I
not
don't
my
have
like
to come.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like sometimes when your gut instinct tells you like
yeah.
don't go out or
Yeah.
don't go to this event if you really don't want to, like don't force yourself to
Yeah.
do things, you got to listen to it. Like I just
Yeah.
feel like this situation would be so, like she'd just be left out the entire time
For sure.
or like
Spend a lot of money, extra
Yeah.
money too. Like
it's not worth it for her.
that, you know that vibe when it's like
you know you're not wanted.
You're not wanted. And like
Yeah.
I feel like that's the kind of energy I'm getting from this
Yeah.
story. We agreed to something and now everything is changing and you guys have already left me out of the museum and now I have to get a whole new hotel.
Yeah.
And then it's so like rude for her to send a link and like not even see if like
So
it's
rude.
open or if there's
Yeah.
anything available. And then the fact that she checked and nothing else was.
That's just a bad friend.
Yeah, that's not nice at all.
So rude.
Not the asshole, and honestly, that's not a friend.
No.
You should fucking cut her off. That would piss me off.
It's one of those situations where like how long you've been friends with them doesn't really matter because
Yeah.
she's not a good friend. Like
No. This is
yeah.
this is definitely cut off a bull stuff.
Yeah.
Unless she came and apologized and like made it right. There's no reason for you to go back to her and be like, hey, I didn't like this or whatever. You know, like why?
She even said she's being short with her now. Like she's
like, why
mad that she
you being
didn't
short
want to
with
go
me?
on
Like,
the
what
trip.
do you mean?
What?
You didn't
I
include
wouldn't
me in
like
anything.
Yeah, would you want to go on a trip like that?
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Not
Yeah,
the asshole.
No.
That's
very
not.
bitchy friend.
Yeah, for sure. She probably saved herself a lot of money and disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
Am I the asshole for not chipping in our dinner group's babysitting costs? Okay, I've had the same group of girlfriends since high school. There are 5 of us. Each have a kid, well, except for me. We do dinner about once a month, and recently the group has hired a babysitter to watch the kids while we go out to dinner. It's 4 kids, so it's $100 for 2 to 3 hours. At dinner, we take turns paying. Everyone generally orders about the same amount of stuff, 1 alcoholic drink, and we split 2 bottles of sparkling water for the table along with our entrees. It's never really been a thing until recently. After dinner, the person responsible for the week pays, and then I assume they all head back to the house the babysitter is at to pick up the kids, and I just go home. This week, it was my turn to pay, the first time since they had hired the babysitter. I paid for the dinner as normal and hugged everyone goodbye. When I got home, I got a flurry of texts from the group saying that I owed $100. I asked what they were talking about because I had paid for dinner already. They said it's because it's my week to pay. I was also expected to pay for the babysitter, in quote, because all of us get the pleasure of being out without kids. I said, I don't have kids. Why would I pay for your babysitter? They said, you get the pleasure of hanging out with us, and it's the only way we can do it kid-free. I'm sticking to my guns and not paying, but my friends think I'm being unfair for not being willing to pay my share for the babysitting. What share? I have no kids to babysit. This is causing a rift, but I don't think I'm the jerk. But maybe I am. This wouldn't be a financial imposition on me, but it just seems unfair. Am I the asshole for refusing to kick in for babysitting when I don't have any kids being babysat? Oh, and then also edit everyone asking where the dads are since they hired a babysitter. They do boys and girls night on the same night to take maximum advantage of hiring a babysitter.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
The fact that all of the friends also agree that
It's
she's in the wrong is
crazy.
even more ridiculous.
It's so insane.
I don't have kids.
And it's like $100 between 4 people. What are you guys, fucking broke? Just pay $25 each. What the hell's wrong with you? These are your kids.
Maybe
That's
they are
such-
broke,
no,
but like
that's such cheap
it's like
babysitting
unreasonable.
costs.
It's unreasonable to ask me to pay for babysitting costs when my kids are. I don't have kids.
I don't have kids.
Like
And
what?
and then it's like they're kind of phrasing it kind of like you're paying because you get the pleasure of hanging out with us without our kids. It's like,
Who the fuck cares? Okay, then I'll find new friends.
yeah,
Like what?
literally, like it's insane to be that
Delusional
and like what's the word?
Entitled.
To
Yeah.
thinking that she has to pay your babysitter to get to hang out with you. Who do you think you are? That's so crazy.
No, it's
You're not the asshole, and it kind of feels like they're conspiring. It's giving another bad friend situation similar to like the last story you just did.
yeah. No.
It's like, guys, this is 8 people paying for babysitting, because including the dads too, right? Like there's 4 moms, 4 dads.
Are you sure it wasn't just her share that was $100? Like
no.
her-
It's $100 for all the kids for 2 to 3 hours.
Is this like a?
Are you guys literally unable? Like, I don't know. If you guys can't afford $25,
Maybe you
for
shouldn't
it,
be going out.
Maybe
you
you shouldn't
know?
go out. Maybe you should just stay home.
Stay home.
Because one week somebody's gonna pay for babysitting and for the dinner, so you have to have enough money.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So
Maybe it's just for like a couple hours and then like one day, like
That's
for
what it
3
is. It's
hours,
2
or
to 3
whatever.
hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. That it's $100. I feel
Yeah.
like, yeah, but
no, that's really cheap.
no, it's very cheap.
That's
like
so
still,
cheap.
like even if she were to pay, like it still sounds so wrong. Like why would she?
Yeah,
You know,
No,
like
but
if she were to offer to pay, like why are you doing that? That's not your fucking kid. Like
no, it's
you
not
know,
your kid, and it's honestly like she needs to stick to her guns and not pay because they're actually laughing in her face and they're
trying to make it cheaper for them.
I don't know, like they're playing her like a fool, like
Yeah,
trying to make it cheaper for them, telling her like almost you need to pay to hang out with us. You have to make sure nobody takes you for fool
that's
in this
crazy.
lifetime, and tell them no way, Jose, I'm not paying for your kids babysitting. You had the kid, right? Not me. Just making sure. Okay, got it. Like
I
no.
want to know if they made up or like is there
There's
an
no
update?
edit.
Fuck.
No.
That's when I would really like to, you know,
But
like maybe
everyone
they
is on her side.
actually.
Everyone is on her side. Everyone is like, what the fuck?
No, this
what
is
do they think
ridiculous.
they're on? Yeah.
Who do you think you are?
No, that's crazy.
Am I the asshole for not wanting to have sex after my wife turned it into a reward/punishment system? I think my wife is experiencing a phenomenon.
Phenomenon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did you spell it like that? I was like, it's phenomenal word. Phenomenon called the 7 years itch right now.
I think I've heard of that.
Yeah. Is it a real thing?
I don't know.
We are married to each other for 7 years and did not have any serious problems before. Around the end of 2023, she started offering sex for small gestures such as gifts and doing chores. For the last 7 years, and since I have been an independent adult, I make sure to handle my share of the chores. She offered mind-blowing sex for me doing her part of chores, which I enjoyed first. Then it turned into gifts and gestures. Mind you, these had all been present in our relationship for the last 7 years.
Right.
Nothing out of the ordinary. That change happened literally overnight. Great sex life. Both take care of other parties' needs by communicating clearly and respecting their wishes. Even though it was good at first, it turned into a form of reward punishment later on. You did not do X, no sex for you. Or good, you did this and we can have sex.
That is so toxic.
I asked her what the deal was. She did not do it before. She said she gets turned on and feels emotionally connected when I put extra effort into the relationship. I just rolled my eyes at that. What did even change after night for that to happen? I should have asked it back then. It has been a few months since this started and I cannot take it anymore. I started refusing her advances because it's such a turnoff for me. Yesterday she came to me and said, "You did the chores. I think you deserve a reward." I told her, "I do not know where you have seen this, but it's getting out of hand.
Yeah.
I'm not Pavlov's dog that you are giving treat or punishment to. Communicate with me if there is something wrong, but this change you had overnight is ridiculous. Do you expect me to beg for it and obey you in every case? You are making me feel like I have not contributed anything to chores or did not show you any gestures before that. Just tell me what is happening, because if we are going to change every good aspect of our relationship because you saw it somewhere else, this relationship will die out faster than a candlestick." She stormed out crying and slept on the couch. I am getting the cold shoulder now. Did my wife turn into an 8-year-old or or what? What is the sudden change? And am I the asshole for not wanting to have sex with her and calling out her behavior? I would appreciate advice, especially from women. And there's an update.
No, you're not the asshole. I think this is really weird.
It's very weird, and it takes the fun out of sex because now I have to work double. Like, I'm already doing my part, but you want me to do extra to get rewarded with sex.
And it takes out like the genuineness of just doing something because I just want to help you out, or you seem tired today, or whatever. It's just like now it's like I have to work, or I have to do these extra things to be rewarded with sex.
Her reasoning is also weird. Like, what do you mean you feel more emotionally connected when he does
your chores,
these things for you?
Because he's doing his share, but it's like, no, when you do mine too, I feel connected.
No,
I don't really like it.
No.
And imagine if it was the other way around.
I
like,
know
a man did this to a girl. I would say actually call the police. I would say call the police today, right now.
It almost seems like she wants like power over him.
Yeah,
like, you know, like
it is giving Pavlov's dog.
Yeah,
like it is giving like a treat for a little puppy.
Literally, that's no way to run a relationship, or like, you know.
And then if he's not into it, then he's not into it.
Yeah,
like you know,
he liked it at first, obviously, but
because it's just like, okay, we're getting better sex now.
Yeah,
but like
for this to be the way things work in our relationship, I can easily be like a really big problem.
I'm just thinking of like if somebody were like, if I was in a relationship like that and I was being deprived or rewarded because I'm doing chores, I would just feel so manipulated.
I would feel like a kid.
Yeah,
like, you know how like
why am I
you do your homework, you get candy or whatever. Like what is this?
And it's like, this is like
we're adults.
We're adults, and like you're not. Yeah, no, I don't. You're not the asshole. It's really weird, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
And I guess like if you're gonna bring a new kink into like this, like whatever, like can I be in on it too?
Okay, update. I was planning to talk to my wife today, but surprisingly she came to talk to me in the early morning during breakfast. She apologized and told me things I said made her understand she hurt me, and she felt terrible for that. She told me she took it too far without reading my reactions. I also apologized for telling her off like that and losing control for my emotions. We had a great discussion about what happened, why it happened, and our marriage in general. I asked her if she thought my gestures were not enough. She said it's not like that, and there is no problem with shares of chores or my gestures. She has been feeling less confident and adding a new dynamic to our relationship by making me try more, and it made her feel better, just like before we were married. Also, she told me having less things to do allowed her to completely focus on me and turned her on more. She also stated that she was feeling shy initiating due to her confidence, and this dynamic helped her to initiate sex. I asked her if she was happy with our sex life and me. She said she is more than happy, and reward punishment thing has nothing to do with it. My final question was if she had this kind of kink. She said maybe. She felt good playing like that, but accepted turning the whole sex life into this was terrible of her. I agreed. While it was good in the beginning, turning the whole sex life into a reward punishment system and doing it all the time became a problem. I told her I'm okay with that kind of play, or any kind of play, as long as it's communicated. I am a freak, so no problem from my side. We had talked about it more and communicated our thoughts, and now things are seen clearly. In the end, she told me maybe I should reward her for being a good girl this time, and this awakened something sleeping in me. I do not know if I'll be able to wait for the night. Okay, thank you, sir.
Oh my god, this sounds like a perfect ending.
The problem was solved, and I would say with that challenge, our love and sex life will level up from the looks of it. Thank you all for your suggestions and helps. Cheers.
Thank you. No, what it is that this is like a healthy couple that knows how to communicate, which we love. And it really is. It's just like, if you're gonna bring a new kink into the house,
you have to talk about it. You have
to let me know, because if not, it's weird, and I don't know what's going on.
And now I found something I like, and we can
play
into each other's kinks.
Exactly. And then now she also let him know like she wasn't feeling great, and
initiating,
like it helped her have a reason maybe to initiate, and that makes it easier. So love that story. Honestly,
great,
10 out of 10.
Great ending.
We usually don't get that.
You said cheers.
Yeah, cheers. Thanks. Cheers to you too, brother. Okay, so that's a nice way to end the video.
Yes. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed this video. That is all that we have today. Let us know your thoughts. Leave a review. Rate this video if you're on Spotify. Like this video on YouTube. And yeah, we love reading your comments on each video. We literally read every single comment.
Them every single day.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.